Hello everyone, welcome to our first tutorial class. The topic today is going to be the article. In English, articles are modifiers. They modified a noun or a noun phrase in order to clarify the meaning of that noun in a sentence. The articles can be indefinite and definite articles. In Spanish, we also have articles, but we don't use them in the same way as we use articles in English. So it is very important to have a set of rules or consider some aspects in order to choose the correct article. Articles in English are the, and an. There are some aspects of the noun that will help us make the right choice. One of the aspects is countability. That means that the noun can be made plural. And another aspect is whether that noun is specified or unspecified. In this chart, you will see some questions that will help you decide which article to use. The first question we read is the noun singular and countable? If the answer is yes. The second question is it definite? If the answer is yes, you use the. For example, can you return the book I lent you? The book is definite because it's specific. Both the speaker and the listener know which book they are talking about. If it is not definite, you use e or n. For example, can you lend me a book? Any book, not just the book. I want a book. The book is not specified, is not defined, so it can be any. In the second case, if we have a plural noun or an uncountable noun, we must ask ourselves if it is definite. If it is definite, we use the. For example, the books I lent you are very interesting. The books I lent you, they are specified, they are definite. But if I say books are expensive in Argentina, I not specify which kind of books. I can also use no article with an uncountable noun. For example, art is very important for education. In this case, I use no article because it is uncountable. So for singular nouns, indefinite nouns, we use e or the variant an. There are some examples here. You can use them as rules. We use this indefinite article for jobs, beliefs, numbers, prices, speeds, and nationalities. In the case of prices and speeds, for example, we say it is 7 pesos a kilo. The car runs at 50 kilometers an hour. In this case, we can compare it or contrast it with the Spanish because in Spanish we use the preposition por kilo, por hora. And in English, we use the indefinite article e or and. In the case of an, we use that indefinite article when the next word begins with a vowel. Or in the case of an hour, with a vowel sound, an hour, because the consonant H is not pronounced. In the case of the, is not written here, but the word university, that sound is called a semivowel, and we don't use an university. No, it is incorrect. We use a university. Here, follow some examples about when to use the definite article. Currencies, the names of oceans, seas, geographical features. Adjectives as nouns, the poor, the rich, the blind. Scientific categories, unique people or places, unique adjectives, decades, superlatives, ordinal numbers, plural countries, organizations, or symbols. You read, this is a kind of guide to use the correctly. But an important issue for Spanish speakers of English is the use of zero article, because we don't have that in Spanish. The article is omitted, but it is implied. And we use it when we speak about something in plural and in general. For example, jungles are full of wildlife. Gorillas are very similar to humans. They are generalizations, something that is typical. I can also say the jungle, but in singular, with the same meaning. The jungle is full of wildlife. The gorilla is very similar to humans. But remember that we use zero article when we speak about something in general. We don't use articles for proper names. We don't use articles for, we use zero article for diseases with the name of languages, nationalities, sports, the school subjects, academic subjects, familiar places, meals, and seasons. Here in this, you have some examples you can pay a look at. And in this slide, you can see that we can use or omit the with uncountable and abstract nouns. And that depends on the fact that we decide to be general, yes, to generalize something, or to be more specific. For example, if in this sentence, history is an interesting subject, I'm generalizing. But if I say the history of China, I'm making my idea more specific. I say the history of China. I even have a post modifier of China. Now, in the next example, we have an abstract noun. For example, all you need is love. Love is abstract. But if I want to be more specific, the love my family gives me, or that my family gives me, makes me feel safe and happy. In that case, I use the definite article the, because I'm limiting. I'm talking about what kind of love I'm referring to. And here you have a chart that is very complete with examples that will help you sum up the topic and understand the topic fully. Well, then you'll have a quiz to solve, and I'm sure that, well, you will do it successfully. So best of luck, and it was a pleasure to meet you.